What's going on, everybody? My name is Kenny. I'm a content creator for Team Envy, and today we're going to go over some tips and tricks for Season 3 of Fortnite that'll help you get started. Okay, for our first tip, we're actually going to talk about something that was kind of a secret and a lot of people still don't know about it in Season 3. Now, obviously, with the Season 3 map, there's been a lot of new changes, a lot of new places to drop, new vaults, new mythic weapons. But one thing that's actually not even labeled on the map is like the secret boat that's hidden out in the ocean somewhere. So if you find this boat, it's not labeled on the mini map. You have to pretty much search when you're dropping. You have to spin around and try to find it, but it's a little boat that's kind of hidden past everything, and it's really far out in the ocean. But if you land here, you get treated very well. It's almost like a floating boat vault. It's crazy. There's tons of new chests. There's slurp juice containers that you can break and get slurp juice. There's actually a supply drop on it, so every time you land here, you get a guaranteed launch pad. And pretty much by the time you leave this boat, you're going to be decked out on loot, and you can farm the boat. There's a boat to leave the boat, and there's just tons of new items. There's even an upgrade station on this boat. So if you find this boat, you're pretty much going to be guaranteed an awesome loadout, full shields, a launch pad, and an escape, aka using another boat to drive back into the island or the main areas. So first tip, look for this boat. It's not labeled on the BR map. You have to look for it as you're dropping into the world. It spawns in new locations every time you drop. So it's a secret that a lot of people don't know about. And if you land there, you're going to be decked. You're going to have tons of loot. And you're probably not going to have too many people to worry about because it's really far off in the ocean. So easy place to land, get your loot, get upgraded, and you can head back to the island using the boat attached to the other boat. So it's really good. Make sure you guys check it out. Okay, for season... Such an idiot. For tip number 2, we're going to talk about some of the new mythic weapons that have been added. Now, a lot of you guys know the agency was blown up and has been replaced by the Authority, which is now owned and operated by Jules, who drops a drum gun, which is back. Some people say it's been nerfed, but it's still really good. So we got the mythic drum gun, and we also have the mythic grappler, which is now Jules grappler. And unlike last season, this grappler actually has a redeploy option. So it's still unlimited uses, but now whenever you grapple onto something, it's kind of like the Batman glider from previous seasons where you have the option to redeploy if you guys want to. And it's really good for movement, which Season 3 already has a lot of mobility. So if you have this mixed in with Season 3, you pretty much can travel across the map as fast as you want, and it's super, super good. So all that stuff is found at the Authority now. Okay, moving on will be Kit's charged shotgun and shockwave launcher. Now, these are actually some of my favorite ones. The charged shotgun is a new shotgun added to Season 3. If you guys haven't played yet, it is it's pretty weird, but it's super, super strong. So it takes a little bit to get used to, but it's really good. And speaking of the charged shotgun, if you guys go to Caddy Corner, which is where the other vault resides now, where Meow Skulls used to be, you will find Kit, the boss Kit, who is a cat on a robot, like, motorcycle. It's super weird, but it's really cool. So Kit will, if you kill him, will drop a charged shotgun and will drop the shockwave launcher. Now, the shockwave launcher is probably my favorite thing. It looks like a grenade launcher, but when you shoot it, it shoots shockwaves down. So once again, really, really good for mobility, and it's just a really fun item to use if you just want to hop around, try to go for cool shots, or if you're trying to get into the storm, you can just shoot one and it launches you pretty much halfway across the map. So it's really, really cool, and you get the charged shotgun as well. So going Caddy Corner and killing Kit is definitely an awesome way to set yourself up for some success. Okay, and last but not least, for the mythic weapons, we're going to have Ocean's Chug Jug and Ocean's Burst Assault Rifle. So these will be found by killing Ocean at the Fortilla, and I'm pretty sure this boss, at least in my experience, has only been found floating in the water. So as the name says, Ocean, it makes sense that she's found in the water. But once you kill this boss, not only will you get the vault key card for the Fortilla, but you will also get the Chug Jug, which refills itself like every 2 minutes. So it's such a good item to have. It's pretty much full health every 2 minutes. Say you get in a fight, boom, pop the Chug Jug, it reloads, you get another fight, boom, pop another Chug Jug. It's endless, so it's just a never-ending supply of Chug Jug. It's really, really good. And not to mention, you get Ocean's Assault Burst Rifle, which, you know, it's just like the Burst Rifle, and it's mythic. I'm not really sure what the huge difference is between this one and the regular burst. I haven't really noticed a difference. Obviously, if you guys have played Season 3, you know that they changed the burst from 3 shots to 2. So although this isn't my favorite mythic weapon, it's still really good. It's a gold burst, so I mean, you can't really go wrong with it. But going over there and getting the Chug Jug is really good, and it's going to set you up for pretty much full health the whole game. All right, guys, for the last tip, we're actually going to go over a couple of smaller things that aren't really big enough for their own tip, but are really cool, and I think you guys would really enjoy. So, number one, the shark. If you guys have seen the shark, then you know what I'm talking about. If you guys haven't, then you're really missing out. So they added sharks into Season 3 that swim around in the deep waters, and if you get a fishing rod and you hook it near the shark will eventually bite your fishing rod, and it is a new mobility item. You can jump with it, you can boost with it, and if you see somebody, you can try to run them over, and the shark will actually do a little bit of damage. So really cool item, really fun item. If you guys haven't seen it, make sure you give it a try. Moving on from the shark is something else you will find in the water called whirlpools. And now these are just pretty much free launch pads. You go, you swim into the whirlpool, it'll spin your character around a little bit, and then it'll launch you up, and you'll have a redeploy item. So it's just a really good movement item. It's like a free launch pad. So if you guys haven't tried the whirlpools, make sure you give them a go. And finishing off this video, we're going to talk about marauders. Now, if you guys have played Fortnite Season 3, you know what I'm talking about. These guys come from the sky in a little meteor. It blows up, and out come marauders. Now, these guys are actually kind of crazy. There's different kind of marauders. There's like a sniper. There's a heavy one that drops a shotgun. There's an RPG one. Sometimes you'll get 2 RPG ones. And I totally think it's worth fighting these marauders. Not only do you get XP that levels up your battle pass, but number 2, they actually drop some pretty good items, and most of the time, shield, which you can always use shields. So I definitely recommend taking them out. It takes probably like a minute or 2 just to eliminate them. Obviously, you don't want to just sit out there and shoot them in the open, so I suggest building a wall around you. But if you attack these guys and finally eliminate them, like I said, not only will you get XP, but you have a potential to get a purple hunting rifle, RPGs, shotguns, and tons of shields. So I definitely recommend doing it. If you guys see these guys about, you might get a nice little upgrade to your loadout. And that is pretty much all the tips I have for you guys into Season 3. Let me know what you guys think. If any of these tips helped you out, drop a comment down below, and make sure, as always, to subscribe and hit that like button, guys. Thank you for watching. It's been me, Kenny. I appreciate you guys tuning in. Thank you very much. I'll see you guys later. Peace.